I'm getting ready for the day. Today's a big day, but you guys will see that in another vlog, or you probably saw it. I don't know, whichever comes first. But I did not wake up the way I wanted to, okay? And we're gonna talk about it. Stay tuned. Okay. So I have to finish getting ready because I have to go soon. So if you guys don't know, I have 4 kids. Okay. You should know that by now. 2 of them are grown. 3 because my middle child is about to be 21. And to me he's grown because he's out of the house, but you know, he's about to be 21, so legally he's about to be an adult. He'll always be your baby, so right? So, and then I have my 14-year-old. Then I have my 14-year-old who I'm still raising. I feel like you still continue to raise your children even when they're raised. So I got into it this morning with my oldest son. My oldest daughter, she's 27 years old. So, and she's on her own. She's been on her own. She lives in Buffalo with her mother. Well, she actually lives by herself, but I don't even know where to start. Or if I should start, because I don't even know what could help me. Sometimes I just come on here just to vent and let it out and hear it, and then I like talk myself through it of whatever I need to do, and I figure it out. Or sometimes you guys give me advice. So put some eyeliner on. So my oldest son, he has bipolar, and he's on medication. Oh, he has ADHD, which, by the way, he is going to get re-diagnosed. He's going to get a whole scan workup. We finally got that in the works. So we still help him. You know, you guys know. If you don't, just know we still help him, okay? Every day, he lives with my mother. Every day he comes over so that Kilo could bring him to work. And Kilo will pick him up. Currently, right now, he has been saving a lot of money so that he can buy his own car. Now, if you remember, he used to have Mr. Jenkins, which was my old car that he used to, actually it was in his name, that he used to go to work. And then something happened with that car. He couldn't take it anymore. He was about to just leave the car wherever it died. So I took it back, and he was on his moped for a while, and then he got this new job. So Kilo is bringing him to work, so he doesn't have to Uber. Anyway, he comes over this morning. Me, Kilo, and Angie Angie's home from school today because she needs to go to a heart doctor appointment. If you've been following, today is finally the day that we meet the arrhythmic doctor. If you're seeing this after you saw the arrhythmic doctor video, now you know what day it is, okay? So anyway, I wake up to, Kilo got this new job. He's working for Amazon, okay? So he's not here. So Tony comes over. Kilo had told Tony that he was going to need to Uber himself to work. Tony comes over and he says, "Ma, can you take me to work?" And I said, "No, but you can use my car. I will let Tony use my car for things around here, but not far." And he proceeds to tell me, oh, because I wasn't sure if I was going to be back, Tony has a therapy appointment. He has to meet with the psychiatrist so that the psychiatrist can give him 3 months worth of meds again for his bipolar, which I feel like has been working sometimes, I guess. So he says to me, "You're really not going to take me to my..." First of all, he's mad because I won't take him to work. I told him, "You could take my car because I'm not sure if we're going to be back for Dad to pick you up. So take my car. And then you can go to your..."
Sorry, just want to charge my phone.
Don't worry, it's not about you.
Not this time? Not this time.
No, not this time.
Nice. Yes. All right. Okay.
So, Kilo's home now, by the way. So he says, I say, you're gonna have my car so that you can take yourself to the appointment. He's like, "What? You're really not gonna take me?" Now, if you remember, me and Tony got into it the day he was supposed to get his teeth done. And he had said something to me like, "See, that's why we don't like talking to you." That day I did not go with him to the dentist. Kilo did. And I kept my word, because you're not going to talk to me any kind of way and then expect me to just do all these things for you. Mind you, I have always went with my son to all of his appointments. But not all of them. Like, if he has to go somewhere just to the regular doctor to get a checkup or something like a physical, I'm not going to go with him. He is about to be 24 years old. He has to, somewhere I have to teach him. Like, there are things that I will go with you for, and there are things that you need to, as a man. He does not have any other issues that prohibit him from doing things alone. He has a job. Like, he can do things alone. Yes, I understand. You're anxious. At a point in my life, I was anxious too. I had to keep doing it to get over it, right? So, and we all know what happened at the dentist. At the dentist, they went through a vein and blah, blah, blah. He swears to God if I was there, things would be different. No, it wouldn't have been, because I couldn't be in there. And he still blames me for being all worked up, even though I never said that anything bad was going to happen at the dentist. I said, you will be swollen afterwards. He didn't think he was going to be swollen. I don't know. Anyway, you'll have to go back to that video, wherever it is, to catch up on what I'm talking about. Anyway, the whole thing today was he comes and he's yelling at me. I mean, yelling at me. Like, "I don't understand. You're trying to make a point since that day. You won't come with me." I'm like, I'm letting you use my car to go. I don't understand. Like, you have went to this psych appointment before. You're going to go in. She's going to ask you how your meds are, and you're going to be fine. But I don't understand. Why can't you just come with me? Because you can do this. You have to do this. Anyway, and I'm letting him use my car. I'm like baffled. Like, first he was going to have to take an Uber. He comes and asks me if I can drive him. No, I don't want to drive him. I have things to do today, but you can take my car to go to work and come back or go to your appointment, and then I'll get my car later. Guys, he just went all off. He just went off the hinges, like screaming, yelling at me. And I'm like, I don't get where you feel like you can yell at me. Do you think yelling at me like that is going to make me want to go with you? Because it's not. It's not. And at that point, I'm thinking, you ain't even going to use my car. freaking Uber yourself everywhere then. And I said, why don't you want to use my car? I don't like driving your car. What? But guys, so I said to him, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I did something wrong. Like, what did I do wrong, guys? What did I do wrong? I told him, I was like, your brother, my middle son, he takes himself places. He drives himself. He goes to his appointments. But he was like, nobody goes by themselves to their appointments. I said, yes, they do. Because he sees me going with his father. Like, to the kidney stone appointment, yeah, I gotta go there. Anything important like that, I will be there for him. If his father can't be. But his father was with him at the dentist. Anyway, I'll be right back. Hold on. So here I am thinking, like, what did I do wrong? Going with my child all them times, I did, that's where I fucked up. Like, what did I do wrong? And I sat here, I said, I don't know why my kids think that they could just talk to me any kind of way. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get it. So I'm like, you need to stop yelling at me, first off. So then we go through that. And I basically tell him I'm not going to go with him. He's going to go by himself. Because no, like, if I go to the dentist, I go by myself. And yeah, it took me a really long time to get over that. But I refuse for my son to be stuck in that mindset like I was. And I did do it for him for a long time. I mean, he's going to be 24, guys. Like, I used to go with him to the dentist. I would go with him to his physicals. I did go with him to his very first psychiatrist appointment, because I know how it could be nerve-wracking going in there and the first time meeting them. But he's seen her, this is going to be 3 times now. He's been on the same medication. I mean, I get it, but the more you do it, the better you get. And he's done it before. I don't know what he was doing. So I walk out, I go into my room, and I go back out there because now he's getting ready, because now, oh, then Kilo calls. And he says, tell Tony that I can bring him to work because I'm almost home from his job. After I just told Tony that he's going to take my car and that whole big old thing. But Kilo had no idea. Kilo thought he was going to take the Uber, because Kilo told him to take the Uber. Because nobody ever knows when I want my car, if I'm going to be door dashing or not, right? And so he didn't want, and plus Kilo took on the responsibility of telling Tony that he was going to get him to work. So I hold it to Kilo. That's what he said he was going to do. For me, I would have told him to get a new scooter, buy a new scooter, and just get yourself there and save up for a new car. But Kilo said, no, I'm tired of this scooter. I'm going to do it until he gets a car. So, that's why I made Kilo hold his end of the responsibility, because I'm not taking over. I got enough, anything with Angie, I'm always the one taking Angie. Like, to the doctor's appointments, I'm taking Angie, except for a heart appointment, because that's far away, and we all know I don't drive that far. Even though I am getting better, I'm not Hartford better, okay? I'm not an hour away better. Especially when we are about to get some news that we have no idea. Same, I would do it with any of my kids, something big like that. But when you have to go to just a simple appointment, no. And he used to go to a therapist and drive way far out to go see him every single week. I just don't understand what he was doing. Anyway, Kilo says, tell Tony I'll take him. So I was like, all right, Dad said he could take you. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, how's he going to get back? So I said, Dad said he could take you. Okay, so he goes with Dad. And then Kilo gets home, and I tell Kilo, well, you're going to have to pick him up. We're going to have to rush back. I wasn't going to rush. Usually when we go take Angie to her appointment, we go out and we eat lunch, or we go to the Goodwill, or we do something, and then we come back. now we will have to have a time span, which is fine or whatever. If we could do it, we could do it. That's fine. Other than that, he would have to take an Uber. But because he has his appointment, now we're gonna have to make it back for 4 o'clock. Kilo will pick him up from work, and then Kilo's gonna have to take him to the doctor. Kilo is not gonna go in. Tony will go in by himself. But like, this is the thing. Like, Angie's the same way. She doesn't like doing anything by herself. I have my oldest. I have Unique, who is the oldest. She will do anything by herself. She will do it. Right? I always try to instill, like, when my kids were 16, I would tell them, okay, go to the dentist. You just got a cleaning. Go walk to the dentist. It was right down the street. Go walk to the dentist, or go to the store and grab me this, or whatever the case was. She started working at 16. Tony started working at 16. Tony was out of the house by 17. If you guys remember, go back in the archives. I was up here boo-hooing about how Tony left. Like, he has been on his own. I don't understand, like, I know mental health is hard, but we as people, like, we have to figure out how to deal with it. And I know he can do this. And then I have my middle child, which I would still make him do things on his own. He took a little bit longer to get a job, but he was in track doing things. You know, he was focused. So was Angie, but Angie's like the same way as Tony. I swear, Angie and Tony are very much alike, except for with like stubbornness. As far as, I don't want to do that, I'm not going to do it if I have to do it alone, or just whatever. But Laylo is like, Laylo's the middle child, but what did I do? I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. I'm just trying to figure out, what did I do and what do I do now? I feel like exactly what I'm doing now is what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know, guys. I needed to vent. I needed to come on here. He will be perfectly fine. He will go to the doctor. He will get his medication. But for some reason, he thinks in his mind, everybody takes somebody to the doctor with them for moral support. Like, yeah, maybe, but not always. Like, me. Like, Kilo sometimes. I'm not going to go with you just because you have to go get blood work. Especially if it's down the street. I wouldn't ask somebody to take me. I gotta go get blood work, can you take me? Like, now, maybe back in the day, 10 years ago, but I'm saying it took me a long time to push myself and keep doing these things, to keep doing them. Like, I would have to go out on a limb and face my fear and be anxious and go and say, Melly, you could do this. Take a deep breath. Let's go. As anxious as I was to do things by myself or drive to the place by myself, I would do it. I had to. And people would be like, oh, like, Kilo, I'll take you. No, I gotta do this alone. I have to do this alone. And that's how I want my children to be. Like, Laylo has that. Unique has that. Tony and Angie. And I'm stuck here in this situation with my 14-year-old. I gotta nip it in the bud now, guys. I gotta nip it in the bud. And no, I am not always trying to be their friend. I'm not. Like, I've always been the person that they could come and talk to about anything, and I love that. But it comes to the point where, like, just because I'm the person you can talk to about anything doesn't mean that you could talk however you want to me. Anyway, I gotta get ready. It's 11 o'clock. I gotta be out of here in about 20 minutes. So, comment below, guys. I don't know. Like, do you have a kid like this? What did you do? Do you think I'm doing the right thing? I am all up for constructive criticism. Don't be too harsh. Don't be calling my kids names or anything like that. But, you know, be nice. And you guys usually are. You guys are usually, like, on point. And I always appreciate. And I want to try to be as open as I can. Because I know there's other mothers that are going through it. And that's why I come up here and I'm venting. And it gives us a platform to vent about our lives to each other. Because who else do we have? Unless you're talking to a therapist. But even them, even therapy people, kind of like, yes sir you, yes ma'am you. So it's not like, are they really helping you? They're just, yup, okay, yep, you did the right thing. Sometimes you don't want to hear that you did the right thing, you know? Sometimes you need to hear, like, no, Mel, you should be doing this, you should be, I don't know. I don't talk to a therapist because Therapy people always want you to go back in time, and going back in time doesn't help me in my future. With my life anyway. Where I am today, I have conquered so much in my life. So I don't want to go back and think about when I didn't conquer it, you know? Anyway, I love you guys. Until the next video, I love you mucho. And I will catch you on the flip side. I need some chapstick because my lips are... And, by the way, first time I ever did this, I waxed my mustache. And I stopped shaving my face. So if you see my face is a little bit more hairy, that's because I'm not doing the like micro... What is it called? Microderm or whatever, where you take off the peach fuzz from your face. I decided to not do that anymore and see what happens. I figure it's about to be winter time. We can use a little bit more hair on our face. But I ain't for a mustache or a beard. And I am catching some sparse hairs on the chinny chin chin. So we're not having that either. But I could see my stash was a little bit red today. I'm a little bit off. One, because of the way I woke up. Two, because I am day 3 on my period. Yeah. She has finally came. And 4, just so you know, you guys are not on the day of the video. Just so you know. These videos are... I'm trying, guys. I am trying to stay on YouTube and be busy and do everything. So, bear with me. This video is... Today's date is... This is how long, you guys. Friday. It's Friday. The 8th. Okay? So, yeah. I bulk batch. Yeah, I've been doing... Every Sunday, I've been trying to at least make a video, and then sporadic in between. So, bear with me, guys. I love you guys. I'm not leaving. I'm here. Although sometimes I think, oh my God, I can't keep up. But I can. I'm here. See? Times like this, we need to talk. And that's when I come out. All right. I love you mucho again. And this is the look of the day. This is it. I'm wearing my new shirt. These are my shoes. Can you even see them? Oh my God, don't look at the sock. Don't even look at the sock. Nobody can see the sock. Nobody will ever know that's the sock. Cause, see? Nobody will ever know. So don't tell nobody I'm wearing Chucky socks over here, okay? Only me and you know I'm wearing Chucky socks. Okay, bye guys. Alright guys, so I'm here. It's the end of the night. The day has came and went. It's actually almost dinner time right now. But I just got back from the long day of taking Angie to the hospital. The hospital she goes to is an hour away. And then after that, we had to go pick up Tony. And then I dropped Angie off. And I'm actually making 2 videos in one day. You're going to see this shirt 2 times. I don't know when, but you'll see it. And now you know why. Because it's the same day as the doctor day. But ended up, Tony went by himself, and I did ask him, what was wrong this morning? Why were you anxious or something? And he said, no, I wasn't anxious about going, but when you told me that you weren't taking me, it triggered you not coming to get my tooth done, and you not coming to here, and it just seems like you just never come with me anymore. And I'm like, well, Tone, you have to understand, I came a long way, and I refused my child to go through what I went through. So when I push you to do things, it's because I don't want you to be like that. And I know that there's certain things that you could do by yourself. No, I would not make you go get your teeth pulled by yourself, and you can't do that. He was like, well, what do you think? You think a mom should go, right? See, this is why I say I did this, because somewhere in his mind, because I have always been the one taking him to all his appointments as a kid, he thinks, and they think, like, It's mom's job. I don't want Kilo to hear. So, for whatever reason, he thinks in his mind that he needs only me. He thinks I'm more of a, what is it called? What's the word? It's been a long day, guys, and I'm still recuperating. He thinks I'm more of a, what's the word I'm trying to, not security, a mental, whatever, when you have somebody there with you that helps you with your mental, stay calm. I don't know why I just am having a brain fart, but that's what he said. So anyway, he did that by himself, and I feel like I got my point across, but I was really pissed off this morning. But I did have a talk with him, so I hope he understands why I do the things that I do. I don't want to hurt him, you know. I love my kids, but it comes to a time that it's time to let them flee and conquer and do things alone, because it's okay. It's okay to be scared. Anyway, end rant. And until the next video, comment below. I love you mucho. Until the next video, I'll catch you on the flip side. I'm about to have me some coffee and then figure out what I'm doing for dinner. Angie's not here. Maybe Kilo will order some pizza. And yeah, today is Friday, and flea market is tomorrow morning, and I'm still recuperating. It's my water. I gotta drink my water. All right, guys. Goodbye.